Hello, good evening all. Is my voice is clear? Okay, we will continue the project which have been discussing yesterday. We have completed about the basic part. Now we are going to add some functionality to the forms. Let us open my project. This is my project folder. This is my project folder. In this we have completed index.php somewhat. Now let us run this particular project. For that we need XAMPP server. Just start the XAMPP Apache and then MySQL server. Sometimes you will may get like this error. When you start, the MySQL will automatically shut down. Here you can able to see I am processing this error because my MySQL is shutting automatically. For this, you can change the setting like just stop the Apache server and just quit, and then go to File Explorer and then search for in the C drive. You will be seeing XAMPP folder. Inside this XAMPP folder, I am getting MySQL error. So just select the folder MySQL and then you can able to see a data folder over here. Just create a new folder which is named as, before creating new folder, just rename the data folder. I will rename it to data 2. Just rename the data folder to any other name and then create a new folder and then name it as data. Just I have renamed the actual data file and then I have created a new data file. There is nothing in the particular data file. I have created new data file. Now you can able to see I have data folder. I just renamed the particular data folder into data 2 and now I have created a data folder. Inside this particular data folder, just copy the backup. You can able to see a backup folder here. Over here you can see a backup folder. Just open the backup folder and then select everything. Select every file and then paste it in the data folder. Just paste the everything in the data folder and then go to the actual data folder. Go to the actual data folder and then you can able to see whatever dbs you have created. You can able to see over here. From this I need project which we are working on this particular database. So I will copy the particular project database, and then you can able to see a file like ib data1. Just select these two files, copy, and then paste it in data folder. Just replace the existing file. Now my setup is done. Now I will run the XAMPP again. When I run XAMPP again, you can able to see my XAMPP will run automatically without any errors. Now my XAMPP is running. Is this clear? Hello. How to change the file? Is this clear? If you are getting any error in MySQL, hello. Kindly reply. Wait for a second. Now is my voice is clear? Can I repeat one more time? How to replace the data file? Okay. When you get any error in starting the server, you can able to see at some particular time when I start MySQL server, I get some error. Now the error has been fixed. When you get this particular kind of error, just stop your server. Just stop the Apache, then stop the MySQL server, and then quit. Then go to the folder. Inside C drive, you can able to see XAMPP folder. Just open the XAMPP folder. Just open the XAMPP folder. Inside the XAMPP folder, you can able to see a folder like MySQL. Because I am getting an error in MySQL, so select the MySQL folder. After selecting MySQL folder, you can able to see a data folder. You can able to see data folder, which is your all the data will be stored in the particular data folder about the whatever the databases you have been created, what are all the tables, and then all will be stored in the particular data folder. Inside this data folder, all the databases will be stored, and then you can able to see a ib data1, which acts like a memory of the particular MySQL server. ib data1 ib data1 file will act as the memory of the particular file. Just you have to rename the actual data file, rename the actual data file, and then create a new file naming as data. Into this particular new data folder, just copy everything from backup. They will provide the backup. Just copy everything from the backup folder, then paste it in the data folder. Now your XAMPP is newly now your XAMPP is new. There is no databases inside the particular data folder, in the particular MySQL server. If you need whatever you have done at the past, just you need to get it from the old data folder. If you need anything, you can get it. If you don't need, you can directly run your MySQL server without going to old data folder, getting the other things. If you need anything, just select all the databases whatever you need, and then you have to select this ib data1 file, especially this ib data1 file. If you don't put the ib data1 file, your XAMPP will not run. Just you have to select the databases if you want. If you selected any databases, then select the ib data1 and then paste in the data folder. And then again run the XAMPP, your problem will be solved. Is it clear? Hello. Okay, now we will continue our project. I will show you how much we have done. Just to run the project, just localhost, just localhost, and then inside this localhost, inside the localhost, we have to provide our project folder. This is our project folder, then slash. Here my XAMPP I has just shut down my XAMPP. Just start the XAMPP, start Apache, then MySQL. If your if your server is running correctly, you can able to which server you have been working. From this, you can able to select just to select the XAMPP, right click on it. You can able to see Apache is currently running, and then MySQL is currently running. Remaining all are in stop, in not running. If you need to stop, just click on stop. It will automatically stop. This is the this is what we have done yesterday. This is the task which I have done yesterday. Till now, anybody have any doubt regarding what we have done yesterday? Can I repeat one more time about what we have done yesterday? In the yesterday session, we have discussed about the project which we have done, which are we are going to develop. In the basically we have developing a task manager application. In the task manager application, we have operations like create, update, delete, and then fetch. We are performing these four operations. We have discussed another like folder structure about the project. I will show you the folder structure which we have created. This is the folder structure which we have created yesterday. We have created two folders. Assets, in my project folder, I have created assets as a new folder, and then includes as a separate folder. Inside assets, I will include my CSS and Java JS files. In CSS, I have make all the CSS files, and then in the JS file, I have included all the JavaScript files. And then in the includes, I have created a file name as db.php. In the db.php, I have connection with the database with PHP code and database. This will connect the database with my code. And then index.php. Here we have the entire front end. Here we have the entire front end. And then add task.php will perform add functionality. And then delete task will perform delete functionality. And the update task will perform the update functionality. Now we are in the index.php file. In the index.php file, in the index.php file, in the index.php file, we have written the we have included the database db.php from require ones include. Inside my includes folder, I have db.php. I have included the database over here, and then I have written a simple query to fetch all the tasks from my database. I have already connected with my database, which is project. Here I have fetching the data from the task table. Inside my task table, I have written a query and stored in the SQL variable. Now I will execute the query. I will store all the results in the particular results variable, and then in the table format, I will use the while loop and then fetch all the details and showcase over here. Is this clear what we have discussed yesterday? Then I have included libraries for the Bootstrap, data tables, and then CSS files. Is this clear? I will use the tabular icons because it is in the latest version. The font awesome which I am using is the old version. Now I will use the tabular icons which is latest version for the icons. Instead of this font awesome icons, I will use tabular icons. Now I will include the in the CSS file. I have included the tabular icons library. Now I will call the tabular icons. Just call tabular hyphen icons icons dot min dot css. Now I have called the tabular icons. I have called the pencil icon. Now I need delete icon. I will get it over here. I will take this particular icon, trash. I have copied and then I will utilize over here class for this using ti space ti hyphen, and then I have been using over here for plus I will use this icon library plus. I will call in the button. At the button I need this icon. I will call it over here ti space ti hyphen this icon. When you run the code you will able to see the icon. Now let us perform the functionality of add operation. You can able to see the icons has been visible. Now we have to perform the operation for add. When I click the particular add button, there should be a pop-up. It should be a pop-up like in the before project I have shown, like I will localhost task manager. Inside the task manager, oh, okay, wait for a minute. History logs. This is a project which you have created previously. In this you can able to see when I click the add button, you can able to see a pop-up will show with add task as a title, and then we have a cancel button, then close button, add task button, then we have input file the for providing title, and then we have description. Now let us create this type of model for showing the add form. Here when I click, a model will pop up. In this we have to enter the title and description, then we have to save the particular task. Now in my project, when I click the add task, there is nothing happening, just nothing has this has been happening. Now we will include the add task button. For that we have to go to the Bootstrap library. In this Bootstrap library I will select the model. Just search for model. In the model section you can able to see this is the one type of model. When I click model, you can able to see a pop-up will show with some content, then we have close button and then save changes button. Now I will copy this content. I will copy the entire code from here, and then I will paste it over here. Now I will paste in the index file. In the index file I will paste the code over here above my table. Okay, I will place in the below my table itself. Below my table I will paste over here. When I check, you can able to see below my table I have a button like launch demo model. When I click the model, you can able to see a pop-up has been showing with content as empty, and then we have model title, then close button, then save changes button. I will explain how this model works. Actually, you can able to see I have a button. This is the button which is showing over here. When I click this particular button, it will pop up the model. It will call this particular model and then show you the particular UI. Here you can able to see, just you have to mention database toggle model and then database target. These are the two attributes should be main. Database target example model, it will call the particular ID. Here you can able to see this will target the particular example model. When I click, it will automatically trigger this particular thing and then show you the output. Now in this particular model I need form for title, for inputting the title, and then description. For this I need this particular, for this particular add button I will copy this everything. I will copy this everything. I will cut. I need no need of this particular button. I will remove. For this particular add button I need, you can able to see I have button. For this particular button I need this everything. So I will add to this particular button. I will modify example model as add task model. I have renaming to add task model. I will replace. When I save, and then when I go to particular UI and refresh, and then when I click add task, a model will pop up. When I click add task, you can able to see it will trigger the particular model. When I click, it will trigger the particular model. Is this clear how I included the model, hello, kindly reply. Now inside this particular model we need some form for title and description. You can able to see when I click, a model will open. For this they have input files like title and description. Let us make a form inside this particular model. For this we have to write the code. Let us write the code over in the particular model. Now the model will be this one. Now we have to modify this. Now in the body section we have to write the entire content. In this particular model we have to write the content. Now I will write the content in the model body. I will modify this title as add task. I will include some icons also. Here I have icon like I will include this icon. I will copy this. I will copy this and then I will paste it over here at add task model, and then in the body we have to write the form. Inside this model we have to write the form. Is there any doubts? Hello. Now we will write the form in the model. For this I will write the form. Inside this form I will mention form. Inside this form I will mention action as I will trigger this particular form to add task.php file. So I will mention add underscore task.php file, which is the add task.php file. You can able to see. For this I will trigger, and then as I have said, with the help of post method I will save the data. To get the data we use get method. To save the data we use post method to save the data in the database. And then inside this particular form we have some input fields like we have title and description. Now I will write label for title, title, and then I will mention class as form label. Inside the label I will mention title, and then I will provide an input field, input type as text, and then I will mention class form control. This is the default class in Bootstrap, form control. When I check with the UI, when I click on add task, I have to refresh the page. When I click add task, you can able to see I have an input field and then title. Now I need description. I have title and then icon over here add task, then I have title, and now I need description. For the description I will use text area, For this input field, I will provide name attribute. For this name, I will mention title, because we need to store the data in the database. So for this, for the help of name attribute, we can easily store the data in the database. For that purpose, I have mentioned name attribute as title, and then I will mention another label for description, and then I will mention class form label. Inside this label, I will mention description. Description in the input field, I will mention the input type as text. Then I will mention class as form control, form control. Then I will mention another name attribute, name as description. When I check the UI, you have to refresh the page. When I click add task, you can able to see title and then description. As we have discussed, like in the description field, we have more content. For that purpose, we will use text area. Let us make it as text area. The text area, no need of type, class form control, then name as description. Then we have to close the text area tag. When you run, you can able to see text area. This is the text area. How much content you need, you can pull. This is clear about the model. Hello. If you have any doubts, mention in the chat box. I will clarify the doubt. Wait for a minute. I will be in few minutes. Okay. Is my voice is clear? Hello. Can we continue? Till now, we have completed the basic front end when a user clicks on the particular add button, you will be able to see a title and then description. When the user submits, it will automatically redirect to particular add task file. Here you have to mention like this are they mention like this is a button. So just you have to mention submit for the particular button. When you submit, it will automatically redirect you to the how to mention the form at the outside. When the user clicks on the submit button, it will automatically redirect to the particular action file. When I drive something and then I provide a description, when I save changes, when I click, you can able to see it has been redirected to add task.php file. It has been redirected to add task.php file. Add task.php file. Now we have to write the backend logic in order to save in the database. In order to save in the database, we have to write the backend logic. For that, we have to write the logic in add task.php file. Let us write the logic in order to save the data in the database. For that, you have to go to the particular add task.php file because when the user clicks the submit button, it will automatically provide the action as add task.php file. So it will automatically redirect to add task.php file. Now here we have to provide the logic for the backend. Just we have to start with PHP. Then we have to close the PHP. Inside this PHP, we have to call the database connection. In every file, we need database connection. I will call the require ones. And then inside this, I will include the file name. Inside my includes folder, I have db.php file. Inside includes, I have db.php file. I have just called the connection into this particular add task.php file. Now I will check for the condition like if dollar underscore server $server of request method. If the dollar of request method equals to post. If the request method is post, if the required method is post, then we have to perform the logic. And then here we will perform some logic like first of all, we will get the title. Here you can able to see in the index.php file, we have two fields like title and then we have description because these two fields are in the table. In the task table, we have these two tables. For that, we have to write, I will assign the data to two variables. Title as our one variable. I will assign the data. I will use trim function in order to remove the spaces, extra spaces at beginning or ending. I will remove trim function. I will use the trim function. Inside this trim function, I will post dollar underscore post. I will use post method. Inside this post method, I will get the title. With this, you will get the title. With this variable, you will get the title. I will show you how the title will come. In the description, also I use string functionality. Inside this string functionality, I will call the dollar underscore post of description. Now I have got the data which have been provided over here. I will get the data here. For your reference, I will print over here. Inside this echo, I will print dollar title and then echo dollar. Just I will print the title itself. When I just you can here you can able to see in the name field I have just provided title. Is the name same thing you have to utilize in the add task file. The name which you have provided, the same thing you have to use in the request method like dollar post title, dollar post of description. When I run, when I refresh and run, when I click add task, I will provide title as web development and then some description. When I save, it will automatically take you to the add task.php file. Here I can able to see web development, the title which I have provided in the form. You can able to see the same thing will be printed over here because I have printed the title. When I print the description, when I print the description, you can able to see you will get the description. Is this clear? Hello, kindly reply. I am getting the data over here. Till now, I get the data from the file, from the front end form. I get the data over here. Now I have to write the logic like I have to store the particular data in the task table. For that, I have to write. I'll write a logic like if you have to check the data is empty or not. First of all, I will check the data. If the data is not empty, then I will store not empty of dollar title. If not empty of dollar title and like and not empty of dollar description. What the case does in the sense the title should be there and the description should also be there. If the two things are not empty, then only it will allow you to the if condition. If any one thing is not empty, it will not take you to the particular file. I will check over here. If both the title and description are not empty, I will go into the particular if condition. In the if condition, I will write one variable dollar statement. I will write dollar $sm statement. In this particular statement, I will connect the database and then I will prepare command. I will write a command to insert the data. I'll write the command to insert the data. I'll write insert command, insert into task. My table name is task. And then I'll provide the labels. Like inside task table, what data should I insert? Like I need to insert title, then description. Just I need to insert title and description. Inside this, I have to provide the values. In this values, in this values, I will send in this values, I will send two question marks. First question mark and then second question mark. I will send two question marks because in the sense I have just placed a question mark in the sense here I am getting the data. In the first question mark, I will send the title value. In the second question mark, I will send the description. I will write in the below. Let's have a look. Inside this, I will use stm statement tends to bind. I use bind param of here I have been using two question marks. For the two question marks, I will write two cases. I have just binding the two values over here. How many question marks you provide? That much that many words you have to bind here. I have just binded two question marks because I have to bind the title and description. So I have mentioned first as for title, second as for description. And then I have to send the values like dollar title and then dollar description. I have just send the title and description. Till now, I have been inserted the values into the particular task table. Now I have been inserted the data into the task table. Now, if the statement has been executed successfully, then I have to get a response like the data inserted successfully. For that, I will write if dollar statement tends to execute. Here I will execute the statement. If the statement executed successfully, then it should redirect to somewhere. It should redirect to somewhere, or first of all, I will write a message like if the data inserted successfully, then it will showcase a message like data inserted successfully. For that, I will write header of inside double quotes. I will mention location. Inside this location, I will send the index.php file. In the index.php file alone, I have to send the message. Inside this message, I will message something like I will send message like task message equals to task added successfully. I will just return location index.php, then question mark, then task added successfully as the message. I will close the condition over here and then exit the. I will execute the loop. If I get any error, I should go into else condition. If I get any error, I will go into the else block. Inside this else block, I'll write inside this else block, I'll write header. I'll say I send the same location, but I'll send error message. I'll send error message like message equals to error adding task. Error adding task, and then again I will exit the loop. And then finally, here you can able to this is if else. Here I have another if like if the both the title and description are not empty, it will execute the if condition. If there is any error, it will automatically go into this particular else condition, and then it will showcase like if the both the title and description are not empty, it will go into this particular condition. If title or description or any or anything is empty, then we should show a message like title and description are please fill the title and description message. If the title or description is empty, it will automatically go into this particular else block. Here we have to showcase a message like please fill the fields. I will copy this and then paste it over here. Here I will mention a message like message equals to please fill the field. Please fill in all fields. And then I will exit the loop. Here I have to close the connection. Here I will close the statement. I will briefly explain one more time about what I have written, which simply just I have included the DB connection. At the first, I have included the DB connection, and then from the server, I have been using the post method. From the server, I will get all the data from the server with the help of post method. Now I'll assign the values to the particular title variable and then description variable. I will using trim functionality. With the help of trim functionality, it will remove the spaces at the starting and ending. It will remove the spaces and then assign the values to the particular title field and description field. Now I'll check the condition like if both the title and description are not empty, in the sense title should be contain some value and the description should also contain some value. If both contain some value, then it will go into the particular condition. Else, if the both anything is empty, it will automatically go into this particular condition and showcase a message like please fill in all the fields. If the both the contains values, it will automatically go into this particular statement. I will write a query like insert some values and then I will send the title and description into this particular query. If the statement executed successfully, it will send message like task added successfully and then execute the loop. Else, it will showcase like error in message error adding the task and then exit the loop. This is clear about add task.php file. Now is my voice is clear? Okay, let us try and execute whether my task add, whether my task will update in the task table or not. In the here I have written like in the index.php file, I should show like a message like add task added successfully. If I get error adding task. If I missed any field, please fill in all the fields. This should be shown in the particular index file. You have to set up something to showcase the message. At the top, I will mention like for showcasing the messages at the top. At the top, I will initially mention like initially I will mention dollar message variable. I will mention dollar message equals to empty. I will send empty. At initially, I will send message as empty. If I will send message like empty, I will write a condition like if set of dollar get of message, then it should store the message in message variable equals to dollar underscore get of message, dollar get of message. I will explain this one. Wait for a minute. I will write the code and then explain you. Just wait a minute. When I click, it will get the data and then we have to showcase the message. For showcasing the message, I will write it below. At the below the task manager, I will showcase the message. Below I will write the PHP tag, write the PHP close. Inside this I will write if dollar message, if dollar message, I will close the PHP. If dollar message, then we have to make alert like showing task has been added. For this I will write div. Inside this div I will mention class. In the Bootstrap we have some fixed classes like alert space alert info. We have some alert notifications. Let me show you how alert look like in the Bootstrap. Just search like alert. When you search for alerts, you can able to see this is the type of alerts. Just you have to mention alert, alert primary for alert color, and then we have different types of alerts. These are all alerts. Have alert with dismiss button as well. Let us take the simple one. For this, I am using this particular class like alert hyphen primary. Have just been alert hyphen primary info. In this, I will write the message. For the message printing, I will open the again PHP code because these are all HTML. We cannot direct. Hello. Now is my voice clear? Hello. Here you can able to see I have been opening the PHP and then closing the PHP because we cannot directly include the PHP in HTML. So wherever I need PHP, I will open the PHP tags and then I will close. This is clear how I open the close the PHP tags. Inside I need PHP, I will open the PHP and then I will close. Inside this PHP, I will print the message echo of dollar message. I will print the message over here. and then I have if condition. I have to close the if condition also. So I will open the PHP again, and then I will end if. With the help of end if, I will close the end if condition. I will comment everything. I will show you. I will make you understand. I will remove everything for your understanding. I will show you, and then you will easily understand. When I run my project, you can able to see this is the project. When I click add task, you will get a form. When I type something, and then I will provide description. When I click save changes, you can able to see task has been added successfully, but I didn't get any response. But in the at the message, you can able to see at the head in the URL, you can able to see after question mark I have message like task added successfully. You can able to see in the URL I have getting like question mark message equals to task added successfully. I will utilize this. You can able to see here header in the sense in the add task.php you can able to see here you can able to see header in the sense the URL. Header in the sense the URL. Location you can able to see location as index.php. Here also you can able to see index.php. I have question mark and then message. I will taking this and then making task added successfully. This is the thing which how you can able to see which has been placed in the header section. Is this clear? This is the thing which has been included at the URL. Is this clear? This is the thing which has been included at the header section. Now with the help of get method we'll get the particular thing. Here you can able to see I'll undo it. You can able to see with the help of get method I'll get the message from the URL. With the help of get method I will get the message from the URL, and then I will showcase the message in the alert format. When I run again, when I add task, when I click on add task, when I click add task, I will provide some title and then I will provide some description. When I click save, you can able to see. Here I have to use some special characters, HTML special chars of dollar message message. Here I also say message, then message, then message. When I run and add task, now the task has been adding in the database. You can able to see the task has been added in the database. You can able to see instantly I get HH because I have mentioned HH in the description title in the message. When I click save changes, not showing, it is not getting into the particular. Here I have to mention $get underscore. For this I am getting message as I'm not getting message. When I try again, you can able to see a message like task added successfully because in the URL I have task as message task added successfully. I will remove this everything and then I will add task. I will provide empty and then save task. You can able to see please fill in all the fields as the message because in the message I will getting this message. When I add title and then I will add description and then save changes, you can able to see task added successfully. The task has been adding over here. You can able to see I can sort, I can sort, I can search, I can search the data. I need third index value. You can able to see the third value has been showing. Is this clear? Hello, is this clear about add functionality? Can I explain one more time about the add functionality, how to make add functionality? Did you understood? If you need to explain one more time, I will. If you have any doubts, hello, kindly reply. If you have any doubts, raise your hand. I will explain. Okay, I will explain one more time about the functionality, how it works. Here I have simply like I have a form. Here you can able to see I have a add button. On clicking on this particular add button with the help of database toggle and then database target, I am calling this particular ID. When I click on this particular ID, when I click on this particular ID, it will automatically trigger the add task model. Here I have add task model. It will trigger the add task model. Inside this I have a form. Inside this form I have action like add task.php file. It will call the add task.php file and then method as post. And then I have two fields like title, name as title and then description. For the description I have used user text area and then for the name I have provided description. When the user clicks on the submit button, it will automatically trigger the add task.php file. It will automatically trigger the add task.php file. It will trigger the add task.php file. In the add task.php file, I have query like I have been including the connection. In the with this connection, I will get the connection from the connection to the database with this single line. And then I have checking like whether the data is coming from post method or not. If the data is getting with post method, I will get the data from the post method and assign the values to the particular variables. For the title variable, I will assign trim and assign the post value to the title variable and then description value to the description variable. And I will check the conditions like if the data is data both the title and description are not empty. If both are not empty, it will go into the particular condition. I will write a insert command. It will automatically insert into the particular variables data into the title and description. If the statement executed successfully, in the header in the URL, it will place the message like index.php question mark message equals to task added successfully. It will paste this message in the URL. If I get any error, it will paste the message error adding task. If both the fields are empty, if any fields are empty, it will go into the particular else condition, and then message like index.php message, please fill all the fields. From this URL, I will get the data. In the header, you can able to see here. Initially, I have mentioned the message as empty. I will iset, and then I from the $get, I will getting the message. Get method from the URL, I will get the message. Message in the sense, here you can able to see in the message I will get everything. From this I will get the message. I will get the message, and then I will store the values in the particular message variable. Now I will call the message. If message is not empty, it will execute the particular condition, and then I will show you the message. If there is any special characters, it will make use and then showcase the message. Is this clear? After completing the project, I will share the entire project zip. Now it's time to clarify your doubts. If you have any doubts, you can raise. Hello, this is clear about add functionality. By tomorrow, we will be performing update operation. Here you can able to see this is the thing which I have done previously. I have a single record. When I click on the particular record, I will get a update like hello developers. When I click, a model will open. Inside this, the content will be pasted over here. You can able to see the same content will be visible over here. When I play something and then update that task, you can able to see the task has been updated. I have just connected same DB for the both. So when I refresh, I will get the same thing and update the task. You can able to see that the data has been updated. When I delete, the data will automatically delete. By tomorrow, we will be performing update and delete task. If you have any doubts, you can raise. If you hesitate to ask, you can put a message to me. I will clarify it. Okay, then we will wind up the session. We will continue the update and delete task by tomorrow. Thank you.